Hey y'all, well, good afternoon and welcome back to my garden. Well, today is an absolutely gorgeous day. We're here in April and I couldn't ask for better weather. So I'm just sitting here on the porch looking at all my beautiful plants. I got all my seedlings watered in today and I have two gorgeous roses that I want to put in the ground. So our friends over at Heirloom Roses sent us two beautiful roses. So let me share those with you guys because I can't wait to get them planted. This is the first one. This one is called Cream Abundance. And one of the things that really stands out about this one is it has a really dark green leaf, which I think is so beautiful. And it's going to stand out so beautiful against the cream color of the blossoms. It also has a really nice fragrance and is super hardy, zones 5 through 10. So with the heirloom roses, these are on root roses, so they're not grafted or anything down here at the bottom. So I'm really excited about this one. And it grows 3 by 3. So this one is a great one if you want to put one in a container because it doesn't get too big. So that is the Cream Abundance. And then the next one over here is an English rose, and it is by David Austin. And this is called Scepter'd. And this one has pretty pink blossoms. It gets a little bit taller at about 4 feet, and it has a really beautiful smell, continuous bloom, and just a very hardy plant. This one is from Heirloom, so it is an on-root rose, and it's really pretty as well. But you can see, I'm going to compare, if you can tell in the camera, but you can see the Cream Abundance. The leaves are darker. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand. Anyway, there we go. The leaves are darker on that one. But we are going to get these put in our garden, and I think they are going to be so beautiful. Okay, guys, so I think it is time to get up and do a little work. No more resting here and enjoying this beautiful day. We're going to head to the back and get these roses planted. Okay, guys, so before we get started with the rose, I want to show you something kind of embarrassing. Oh my gosh, look at it. That's our swimming pool. But it's going to be fixed. So the reason we haven't kept it nice and pretty and clean is it's actually about to get drained and we're putting in a new liner. So I can't wait for you guys to see it because it's going to be so good. It's going to be a different color. It's going to be so pretty. But let me show you one more thing before we get started with our rose. Okay, so let's take a little stroll here beside the pool. Our cat's pajamas Nepeta, guys, is looking absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. The Little Lime Punch hydrangea behind it, which is the hydrangea of the year from Proven Winners. Looking gorgeous. And then over here, all of these perennials are just filling out, looking so pretty. But I got a obelisk for our Claire Austin rose yesterday. So I picked this up at one of our local nurseries. And I think it looks really pretty. I should have put it on there before the rose got so big because it was definitely hard to deal with. That's why I didn't show it on camera because whew, I was fighting with it. But what I'm going to do is get some of the little soft ties and I'm going to start training it to grow up through here. I think it looks really, really sweet. And it's super heavy duty, so it should last and it should hold up. They do have ones very similar to this from Gardener's Supply. I was looking at their website, but I didn't have the patience to order yesterday, and I found one of these already locally for a little bit less in price, but not that much less. So I went ahead and just picked this one up, but I think it's going to look so beautiful. Okay, so let's head over here. So this is the new area of our garden that we've been developing. So I'm super excited about this. My original plan from the beginning was to have roses on each corner. So the roses are going to go here, and then we have the roses over there. So we have an apricot colored one, a white one, and a pink. So we're going to kind of repeat that, except for I don't have one that's apricot color. But I want to keep this little pathway open right through here because this is where we walk. So I want to keep that open. And then we have our blushing bride hydrangeas there. So we're going to place them kind of in this area. Okay, so the Scepter'd, that one has more pink in it. So I want to put that over in this area. The Cream Abundance is white. So I think we're going to see here. That's our walkway. Rose here. This one's a 3x3. If I'm looking over here this way, our white over there is in the middle. So we have pink, white, peach on that side. So might move this up a little bit. So this pink will correspond with that pink, and this white will go with this white. And it's a 3x3. Okay. I wanted to come back over here and look at this one. So there's the corner where it curves. We have the pink, the white, and then the peach colors. So the curve, and then it's back. Okay. And this one's further back that way. Okay, so I may move some things around. Okay, so now that I looked at the other side, I think I'm going to put the pink one right in here. And we'll have it between these hydrangeas. And then we're going to move around the white one a little bit. So if we're looking at this one, it is going to correspond with that one over there. And it still has room in between here to be able to grow. And then this one over here, we'll pull a little bit this way. Maybe put it right in here somewhere, right there. And then eventually maybe we could get a peach color. That way we're all kind of coordinated over here. Always like to kind of stand back and visualize how it's going to look. And then we'll look at it from this way. I think that's going to work out good. So our friends over at Power Planter sent me a couple of different augers to try. So this is the 7-inch auger, and I think it's going to correspond really well with this can here. And it's a nice thing because it has this handle on it, because this is a pretty heavy duty auger right here. So it's nice it's got the extra handle. This is a 60-volt DeWalt drill. And then it has the extra little tip on the end, which makes it nice if you have clay soil, because it can go through it super easy. So this shouldn't take us just a minute to do. So you want to make sure that you have a good stance. You probably should have on tennis shoes, but I'm going to try to be careful. Whoop, and I hit a root, and that's what it does. All right, so I need to get in here and clip these roots out, and then we can continue digging. Tennis shoes would be nice too, because then you wouldn't get dirt in your shoes. Whenever I run into roots, I just make sure to go ahead and clip them back. You can either use like a pair of Felcos if they're smaller roots, or if they're really big roots, then I have to use a lopper. But these are from the pine trees that are growing over here, so it's not like I'm going to hurt them because they're very big established trees. I'm going to use some Biotone starter fertilizer. At this time, you could also add some other amendments to your soil, but this is an area we just put down fresh compost, so everything should be perfectly fine. This one is a little bit thirsty. Okay, so I hit another pine tree root. But as you can see, the auger will stop itself when it gets to an area where it meets resistance. Let's try it again. And there we go. So I want to say a big thank you today to our friends at Heirloom Roses for gifting us these beautiful roses. I can't wait to see how they perform in our garden. And I have a discount code down for you in the description down below. But there is a time limit on it, so just make sure that you go down and read all the specifications of it. But it's 20% off. And then also thank you to our friends at Power Planter for gifting us with this wonderful auger. It made the time cut down in less than half. It was so quick. And you know, guys, last fall I planted those 140 daffodil bulbs just like that. So definitely treat yourself. If you want to garden for a long, long time like I do, then we need to add those things into our implements a little bit at a time to be able to make it easier on ourselves as we garden. So I hope this gave you some inspiration. If you're looking for some beautiful roses for your garden, definitely check out Heirloom Roses. They're a family-owned company and they're en route roses, and they're absolutely beautiful. And you'll find all the ones that you love from David Austin there as well. And then also Power Planter. Save your back. Save your back. Treat yourself. Treat somebody that you know that would love one of these, because they are absolutely wonderful. And I'll have a link for them down in the description below also. So I hope you have a great day. Thanks for gardening with me today. Bye, friends.